look at the people who actually have the life you want for yourself. Are they the nicest in the room? Probably not. They are definitely the people who are brave enough to go ahead and ask for stuff they hadn't earned yet. Now, listen, there's a window of time in your youth where being reckless is actually your greatest competitive advantage. If you're not being daring right now, you might be wasting the most powerful years of your life. Now, sit with me on this one. For years, I've been that girl who would sit by the corner, be polite, be nice, and just wait for my turn. But the reality is, you don't get stuff done by being nice. You don't get stuff done by being polite. You get shit done by being daring. The world doesn't have a look, notice me, I'm polite, I'm nice department. The world doesn't have a notice me department. While I was waiting for recognition, I watched people who are half as talented as I am grab opportunities that are crazy because they had the balls, they were brave enough to go ahead and ask for stuff. So being nice and polite all these years hasn't got me anything. So I've realized that if I stayed nice, I'm choosing to like essentially be invincible. Okay? When I say daring, I don't mean you should become a loud, toxic, horrible, insufferable person that nobody wants to be around. No, that's not daring. Daring means shifting from passive hope to active intent. Like, you know you want something, so you're going to go for it. Daring is simply willing to do the inconvenient thing just to get what you want. The courage to be inconvenient, to put yourself through whatever the next person doesn't want to go through just to get what you want. Let me give a very specific example that has to do with me being a nice girl or a polite girl. I attended an event last year. I was a very prominent person in that gathering. I had someone that we went together. Now, I was the nice girl, of course, like the polite person, and this other friend was the daring person. She told me that, look, I'm going to approach that woman and I'm going to tell her, look, this is what I can offer you, your startup and all of that. I was like, are you sure you can do that? She was like, let's go together. I'm like, I don't think I can do that. I don't know how to talk. I'm an introvert, yada, yada, yada. As the event was going on, I didn't even know when my friend walked up to that lady and, told her whatever she told her. And currently, this friend of mine is interning at this startup. Now, when I say it like this, you think it's okay, yeah. But she tells me about so many people she gets to meet, so many opportunities that comes her way because she's in the midst of, these people that are giving her these opportunities. Only because she was daring enough to ask for the opportunity to be placed in the midst of these people. The only way that things are going to come your way is if you have the balls, if you are courageous and brave enough to ask for stuff. Let's talk about some specific daring examples. Now, daring in conversations. Be daring enough to stand up and ask that question that other people want to ask, but they feel like it's awkward. Be daring enough to stand up and ask that question and get cleared, be clarified, get that knowledge. Daring in career. Be daring enough to apply for that job that you are just 60% qualified for rather than waiting to be 100% qualified. Be daring in relationships. Be daring enough to set boundaries that makes the other person dislike you temporarily. Because, like, if you're not being daring, then what are you being? Being nice will not get anything done for you. Take this from someone that has always been the nice, the polite, the traditional girl. Like, I always waited for the right time. Like, there's anything like the right time, because truthfully, the right time is just an illusion. There is nothing like the right time. The only right time is when you actually act on it. That's the right time. And look, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. If you're someone that has always been nice all your life, you can't just switch from 0 to 100. It's not going to work like that. Like me, I still have this be polite thing in my head sometimes. I'm still learning this whole thing. But I'm saying this because I've understood that looking from where I am now and where I used to be, or how I've lived my life, and the things that I've gotten, the things that I've always wanted, and the ones I've gotten, how I got them, what I still want, I've just realized that it's really not the way to live. Honestly, you need to add some sprinkle of recklessness. That's the only way you can get shit done. I've learned that the discomfort of being daring is 100 times better than the results of being ignored. You don't want to be ignored. You don't want people to walk all over you. You don't want People that are half as talented as you are, half as smart as you are, get the things that you didn't get just because you chose to be polite, you chose to be invincible. Look at the world. You think the big guys, those big guys calling the shots, you think they got to where they are right now by being polite and nice and quiet? You will cry. You will cry because I don't know how to emphasize this enough. Being quiet won't get anything done for you. I want to be delusional. I don't know if I have any international audience, but when a Nigerian does like this, it emphasizes the velocity of what is being talked about. So when I do like this, I'm emphasizing that if you don't choose to be daring, you're going to regret the result of not being daring. So seriously, I want you to do something daring today, something inconvenient this week. Send that email that you've been overthinking. Say no to that request that you don't want to do. Ask for the thing you're waiting for permission to have. Don't wait to be 100% ready. Just be audacious. Because seriously, if we're being real, the world doesn't belong to the most deserving. It belongs to the people who are brave enough to claim it. So stop waiting for the right time. Stop waiting to be noticed. Go ahead and claim shit. That's the only way you can change your life. That's the only way you can get the life that you want for yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you become audacious. Yes, please go and be audacious, be daring. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.